Welcome to the podcast Economics. Here are your hosts, Justin Plett, Jerem Porter, Travis Johnston, and Matthew Radzinski.
It's time for the moment you've been waiting for. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Do you ever wish you were aborted? Well, you came to the right place today.
No, hold up there, Justin. Well, let's not get too crazy on this. For all you guys listening out there, yes, abortion has been a very sensitive topic nowadays. There's been many political discussions, whether it be Roe v. Wade back from the 1970s or Donald Trump talking about in his election speech where he describes ripping the baby right from the womb the day before it's born. Yes, it's a very sensitive description, but here today we're actually here to talk about how, really, weirdly enough, abortion rates really decreased crime rates back in the 90s. We are here with our Freakonomics experts, as mentioned before, Travis, Matt, Justin, and I, Jerem. We're here to discuss all these issues on podcast economics. All right, say hi, you guys.
Hey, what's up?
So, Jerem, if I may here, give a little, explanation to why we're talking about abortion specifically. In the book Freakonomics, it goes in depth and talks about how abortion is directly correlated to crime rates, and when abortion became legal both in the United States.
Sorry for the interruption. Travis, you were saying?
Okay, anyways, as I was saying, abortion has a direct correlation to crime rates, and when abortion was made legal in the United States, crime rates dropped significantly due to the fact that a lot of the babies that were aborted were going to be born into bad families, and a lot of times if a baby's born into a bad environment and raised in a bad environment, they're more than likely to grow up to rob stores and live more of a life of crime, be more of a criminal. And so when these babies were aborted, they didn't even have the opportunity to do that. So basically they were stopping the crime source at the source, and that basically just prevented a lot of the crime rate.
Yeah, and there have actually been many, and I believe some of my colleagues here can agree, there have been other certain theories based on why was there this sudden crime rate drop when we were predicted to have the worst amount of crime rate in the United States based on previous statistics that were coming up. Now, I believe we discussed this before. I was talking about certain theories, including those of increased police force, different police tactics, economic reasons. There was certain reasons in probably the drug and crime industry itself, how it may or may not have collapsed in and on itself, and others such so. As mentioned in Freakonomics, there is data about how there is a crime drop explanation. I actually have the list right here. And number of citations. This data chart found on pages 108 and 109 for those of you who have the book on you and want to get in on this. Number of citations for the number one was innovative policing strategies, which is at 52, and then it goes down from here. Increased reliance on prisons at 47. Changes in crack and other drug markets, 33. Aging of the population, 32. Tougher gun laws, 32 as well. Strong economy, 28. Increased number of police, 26. And all other explanations, increased use of those including increased use of capital punishment, concealed weapon laws, gun buybacks, and others. That had 34 citations, combining all of those together. So, talking about that, guys, Justin, you wanted to talk about something about tougher gun control laws, about the theory on that and how that may or may not have played into that?
Yeah. Before bringing that topic up, Jerem, Travis really wanted...
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, Travis really wanted to bring up some of his own personal thoughts.
So, to give some original ideas and kind of an overall context of the overall theme of the chapter, here are like kind of the core themes. So, for example, for the abortion, people that were aborted aren't alive, and I like that.
Dude, seriously, come on.
For the supply and demand thing, if Jimmy wants an Xbox, but Best Buy sold all the Xboxes, Jimmy doesn't get an Xbox. And then for positive versus normative analysis, positive analysis relates to just being facts-based, and normative analysis is facts and emotion based into a decision.
Whoa there, Travis. Whoa there. Calm down, calm down. Well, we don't all say that we agree with certain people should or shouldn't be born. What we do agree on
Or
is...
that they should be aborted.
Or that they should... or that they should be aborted. What we are saying is that overall we agree that the majority of abortions are caused because of the family not having financial stability to support a child, which could lead to both crime coming up as the parents need to steal or something, possibly do something illegal to support the child, or the child themselves could be stealing because the parents just aren't doing enough to support them.
Right, and this whole reason that lower income and poorer communities were actually able to do this was because the Roe v. Wade issue, Roe v. Wade court case back in the 70s, where that court decision finally allowed abortion to be legal throughout most of the United States, and for lower income for abortions to be cheaper, to allow lower income communities to even have the abortion in the first place, therefore allowing these lower income families and parents, or would-be parents, to actually have a child.
And I believe that Matthew had something to say.
I mean, so in 1966 in Romania, the communist dictator, he banned all abortions, and yet about 20 years later, it just comes back to actually kill him. So I mean,
well, why do you bring up the Romanian dictator, Matt? Just out of the blue. Like I understand how the abortion law could cause him to be killed because of public and political reasons, but how does that correlate with the United States story on how the crime rate dropped during the 1990s?
well, most of the people in Romania who were like basically supposed to get abortions, they lived in high povertized and high crime rate neighborhoods. So when the kids were born, they got influenced by the terror they were seeing on a daily basis.
Yeah, of course. So the connection there, I think. So you said the Romanian dictator. So, sorry for the interruption, guys. Being in a public place definitely causes some interaction to come forth. Anyway, going back to what we were talking about, you said I was trying to connect the U.S. and Romanian dictator story. You said he banned all the abortions in 1966. Is that correct?
Yes.
Or was the year later? Yeah, the year later after he was announced dictator of the Romanian government. You there? You okay there, dude?
Yeah.
Right. With that, you said there was a spike in crime rate, right? An increase in crime rate when he banned abortion from
That
this,
is
right?
correct.
Right, for them to follow, and the background for that is because Nikolai, I don't know how to say his last, Romanian dictator. It doesn't matter at this point.
Romanian dictator.
Communist Romanian dictator of the 1960s. He did this. No, if I'm not mistaken, he did this because he wanted the new generation to follow his communist regime, right? In order to, isn't that right?
He also wanted to have a bigger militia and military.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So again, falling into the communist regime.
Mm-hmm.
This posed some problems, obviously, to the public.
Mm-hmm.
There was public backlash based on this, and because the public was forced to follow this regime, this communist regime, that back in these times were everyone feared about, or anyone in the United States feared about anyway. So going back to this, so it seems that when abortion rates are higher, as in the United States, actually crime rate drops due to the fact that like I said before by Justin and Travis. Excuse me, I forget people's names a lot.
Hold on, Jerem. I want to take a moment to thank our sponsor. Okay, Chuck E. Cheese, where a kid can be a kid.
Okay, Travis, that can wait. But overall, what I think Jerem is just trying to get at is, as well as, while abortion rates and crime rates can be very related, in my own personal opinion, I don't think it's abortion rates, but just the fact that abortion is legal. So that way...
Right. No, you're right, actually. Thank you for clarifying on that. The choice being available, well, one, obviously, does increase abortion rates. That's why I say that.
Yeah.
But, yes, that having that availability to do that does cause that. So, what I wanted to say was that because the Romanian dictator did abolish all abortion, therefore led to an increase in population. When you have increased population, what do you have?
More people
crimes.
for more crimes.
There, exactly. Mm-hmm. So that's what we've come to the conclusion at this. We've seen many theories, and I actually want to talk about the other theories about possible reasons why crime rate has dropped. So to go back to what Travis has said, let's have a moment for our sponsor, Chuck E. Cheese, where a kid can be a kid. If you go in the next 2 weeks, if you use the code PODCASTECO, you can get 10% off your next pizza purchase. Just kidding. That was a prank.
Anyways, moving forward.
Okay.
All right, back at it, guys. So right now we had a bit of discussion on the back about what are the possible reasons. So I think one reason why I want to talk about is actually increase police force and innovative police strategies. Statistics have shown that yes, they could be correlated. However,
economic data suggests that it's directly related to abortion. Alright, log on to chuckecheese.com/podcast to listen to our after show. This has been your host, Justin Plett, Matthew Radzinski, Travis Johnston, and Jerem Porter.